Good morning, neighbors. I hope everyone's well. Cowboy capitalism. What the hell is... So, a little bit of history. So doing research about pollution in general, going back to decades of research, going back to the role of large institutions in society in our understanding of how things work. The World Health Organization was created a long time ago. Anyway, back in those sciences are these things I've called plume models, dispersion models. We have been making these. We have the simulations in the computers for these types of things that happen very specifically, very well. Now you have to have some information to apply to those models, but we have been modeling the smoke out of stacks in the Midwest and how that smoke travels around the world, how the metals inside that smoke have contaminated whole oceans with leads and mercuries. In those studies, we also learned about the fallout from weapons, all types of weapons, chemical weapons, and the dispersion pattern of chemicals across battlefields after a bomb blows up. Which way is the wind blowing? So we understand, we have understood, we know well about so many of these things. It is preposterous to say we don't. It is almost as if parts of the world around us have been kept out of our classrooms and our schools. Pieces of a puzzle that date well back into natural history that we're a piece of. So these plume models, how you cough, how things come out of your mouth, these have been studied reasonably well. We have a good idea how this works. What we don't know specifically is COVID-19's specific reactions. Coronavirus includes the common cold and coughs. We have been studying these things for generations now. Generations. And yet we're helpless. Or we seem helpless. This hunt for heroes, these magic pedestals to put people on, we need to stop building these pedestals. Maybe not with quite the height that they've been given. Our history, it goes back. I like the history of our sciences, how they're applied and how they've been used. And I did our sciences and applied them to use. I've kept up with these conversations as much as I can. So, where are you? Where are the people of reason? This is how we know how this works. A majority of the population is going to become exposed to this virus. Period. It is almost implicit in the way those statistics are shown, yet it's so subtle people don't notice it. When you see those bell curves, that's the total population of the planet, realistically, is going to have a chance to experience this virus. This is the way this virus works, not the one yesterday or the one tomorrow. These things are so well understood. But to COVID-19 specifically, if you look at what we understand, what's being presented to us from multiple sources directly, the scientists that these articles are written from, That COVID-19 molecule has a very unique shape that allows it to hide easily, allows it to surround itself with, say, water molecules. So now it's in the center of a drop of water. The water has to dissipate off of that molecule. That takes time. What if it's humid out? What if it's very humid out? What if it's in the shade or the shadows? These are the considerations, these are the details of these general models that can be further refined, that you put humans to task on. You figure out how to move money through an economy much better than we do, because this is the challenge, making more people's lives better, not some people's lives better. So, as the owner and manager of Boomer University, I want to apologize for all the boomers still sitting on their fucking ass that have watched this stuff go by. But this is how it works. If you folks take back voting and begin to force it to work, maybe from the bottom up, if we take back voting, how do we get around that? Happy hands? Peace is out. Prosperities and, oh, what's that word? Détente. Where's the lines for détente?